On the next episode of Community Voices, Kyle Compeau, Manager of Enforcement Services for the City of Kingston, joins me to tell us more about the role of the bylaw enforcement team in our city.
There's a lot of subjective opinions to how the bylaws are formed. So when we go through, there's a lot of them. When you talk about animal control enforcement, removing somebody's animal from them, it can be as simple as when an officer goes, or myself, and there's an understanding where a dog's off leash in a municipal park. That's not a dog off leash area, and the homeowner is understanding that they're doing a good thing for their animal. They're letting them go out, they're playing with them. It's not necessarily anything cruel or it's going to happen to the community, but we have bylaws that state you're not allowed to have your dog off leash unless it's a dog off leash confined area.
In any park, or just only
with any municipal park?
Any municipal park.
So it generally within the city. So at all times you have to have your animal on a leash and under the care and control. So we can get a lot of opinions about that kind of work when we go to have the discussion about why we have that in place from the City of Kingston, why it is something that we try to approach through an educational lens, why your dog should be on a leash unless it's in a controlled area. We have a lot of situations that I've been in where people don't agree with that. If there's an area where maybe somebody's not there and they're just engaging with their dog, it's still a stipulation within the bylaw. We still get residents' concerns on the opposite end. Again, it's very subjective. To one person, it can not be that big of a thing. To another person, they've been spoken to about this before. Maybe they've got a penalty. Maybe they just don't agree with it. Then you sort of have to look at it through, okay, well, this is the bylaw, try to understand the opinion of the resident, and then try to, again, go through the reasoning behind it. And again, that's for, in any kind of situation where the dog may attack somebody, whether it's an attack or whether the resident themselves who wants to venture into the park, maybe they have prior history with animals, that they're scared of animals, young children, in those aspects. Maybe somebody's in their car and they just see that person with the dog off leash and they don't want to enter that park and they haven't engaged with this person, right? There's all kinds of sort of situations. We can get hot and heavy with some folks when we just talk about simple regulations like that. But there is reasoning behind it, and sort of, again, it can be very subjective. To one person it's okay, to another person it's not. And we sort of have to go by what our bylaw states and have that reasoning behind it.
Community is at the heart of what we do. This is YourTV, truly local.